Hello, my name is Andrew Means, and I'm with the Education Alliance. The Education Alliance exists to mobilize business and community support for public schools. And one of the things that we're really passionate about is partnerships that increase college access for students like you. Today's virtual college visit is made possible with support from West Virginia's Higher Education Policy Commission. Right, today, we are very excited to be visiting with West Virginia State University for a 50-minute virtual college visit tour. I'll be stopping us about 3 times in the visit for a Q&A, and we want you to interact with us as we do so. So please use the chat feature to do that if you could, and pause for a minute to talk with your students as well to ask any questions that they may have. You can also send us in questions at any time using the chat feature. So now I will turn it over to our presenter, Katie, to start us off with the visit. Katie?
All right, thank you so much, Andrew. I appreciate it. My name is Katie Bentley. I'm the Director of Academic Educational Outreach for West Virginia State University, and we are so excited that you guys are here and are going to get to hear from different departments and programs on our campus, as well as see different views. You will hear from me later on in this tour, but first I would like to introduce you all to our 13th president, President Eric Cage.
Yes, thank you so much, Katie, for the introduction. Andrew, thank you to you and to the Alliance and to HEPC for everything that you are doing to help advance education here in the Mountain State. You know, it's really, really refreshing and exciting to see so many students on today's call, so many schools represented. Before I got into higher education, I actually began my career right out of college as a high school government teacher. So I really understand what it means to be there in the classroom, and I know the experience that the students are going through, and really the strong support that the classroom teachers are providing to each and every one of you. So please hang in there and continue to press forward with your education, because the next stop for you, of course, I hope, is college. And we're really proud to that you're able to spend some time with us here at West Virginia State University. I'm very, very privileged to be the 13th president of such a incredible institution. West Virginia State University has been around for 132 years. And our motto here at West Virginia State University is that it starts at state. And what we mean by that, when we say it starts with state, we mean that when you come here to West Virginia State University, you're going to become a part of a family of dedicated faculty members, of staff, of alumni, of community supporters that are going to rally around you to provide you with the support, with the tools that you need in order to achieve your academic aspiration, whatever that may be. So your dreams, your future, it starts right here at West Virginia State University. We're so excited about where the university is headed. We've got a lot of high demand academic programs here at the institution, things like nursing, cybersecurity, engineering, education, business, social work, the list goes on. So we ask that you bring us your ambition, and we'll give you the tools in order to make sure that you're successful in your life endeavors. So I just wanted to say again, welcome to West Virginia State University. We're here for you. Our institution has been around for a long time. We've got a ton of alumni in this state. Everywhere you go, you're going to meet an alum of West Virginia State University, and we hope that you'll join our family and become one of our great and outstanding alumni. So Katie, I'm going to kick it back over to you, but thank you and welcome.
Thank you so much, President Cage, for your amazing words and your great leadership. We appreciate you so much. Next, you all are going to get to hear from Dr. Barbara Liedl. She's in a pretty cool place on campus, so I will kick it over to her and let her explain where she is and what all she gets to do.
Good morning, everybody. I have a really great job because on a dreary day like today, I'm actually in one of the greenhouses we have on campus, because my job is that I am a tomato breeder. So let me show you. Can you see behind me? We have somewhere around 500 and so tomato plants in here. And I've got my two grad students with me right now. So we've got Dinesh back here and Kamal, gotta get you in there. So both of my grad students are from Nepal and they're working on their master's degree, and they are helping me with bringing improved varieties of tomatoes to growers in the Mountain State and ultimately to consumers. So we thought we'd give you a little bit of a walkthrough so that you could see what we've got down here. We are in the peak of harvest, which I know to anybody who's into tomatoes, they want to be here. So we grow the tomatoes here on site. We manage all of them in there. We do all the leaning and lowering. The plants are huge. Most of these plants right now are about 12 to 15 feet long. They can easily get up to 30 to 40 feet in there. And we harvest, we started in January. We're going strong right now. So we are improving some vintage varieties for growers here in the state, and are looking to trial some this summer with some of our growers out there. I also teach in the biology department. I teach a course called Integrated Pest Management, which is based on work we do down here. We don't spray in the greenhouse in there. We actually use beneficial insects and biological control agents to control all of our pests, both insects and diseases in there. And then, like this morning, we're in here to harvest fruit. So here's one of my new lines I'm looking to release. So, and President Cage heard me last week. So I've got a tentative name for the new variety. So we'll see if it comes true. I hope so in there. So in my lab, you not only grow the tomatoes, but you actually, I have a over 1,000 square foot laboratory in our newest building on campus. And we actually do all the molecular marker work in place in that lab, and do all of our other measurements on the fruit. We do scans to get color and size and whatnot. So we kind of get the best of both worlds. We get to work both in a greenhouse or outside, as well as in the lab. So it's kind of the best of all worlds put together. So anything else, Katie, you want me to show?
If you want to let them know about the 1890 scholarship as well, and that
Oh.
opportunity that's available to them.
Yeah, so I'm one of the 1890 scholarship team. It's a scholarship that's funded by the USDA, and it supports 4 different ag-related majors that we have here at State. One is a plant soil science option in biology, an applied option in chemistry, an agribusiness in our business administration major, and agricultural economics and economics. If you have a 3.0 GPA from high school and or college or better, you can apply, and you're wanting to pursue a career in food, agriculture, natural resources, or related areas, you can get one of our scholarships, and it's a full ride. Now, what does a full ride mean? It means that we will cover for up to 8 semesters, 4 years, which is generally what it takes to finish, your tuition, your fees, your books, and if you live on campus, your room and board, which means you would come out of college debt-free. Right now, we have 29 students in the program. We've already accepted 7 for this fall that will join it. And of the 29, 3 are graduating this May. Can't be more excited or more proud of our scholars in there. So if you're interested, or if you know of anybody else who is, you can go to our 1890 scholarship page. Katie knows how to get you there because she's part of our scholarship team in there. And we've got, it's going to be exciting to see where this goes. We're looking to hit about 39 or 40 scholars by this fall.
Thank you, Dr. Liedl.
You're welcome. Wish you were closer and I could give you smell-o-vision or taste-o-vision.
All right.
So I guess now is a good time for me to pop in here and kind of ask our first question before we jump into the tour proper, or well, the rest of the tour, I should say, because the tour has already begun. So teachers, what is one question that you want to ask about State University? Anything maybe Barbara has already just told us, or anything else that you can think of that you want to cover during the rest of the presentation? Barbara, I just wanted to say that I was very interested in that full ride information, because that's a really good program, and it sounds like you have a lot of students in there already as well.
Yep, and we're hoping that we get to keep the program in the new Farm Bill. It's written in, so let's hope it can stay in. It would be a great benefit to students and their parents, their family here in West Virginia.
Absolutely. And I do want to ask too, is it just tomatoes that you grow? Only tomatoes?
Right. Actually, I have a little side project on some hot peppers in there. So if you like it hot, I've got some cayennes, and I've got a cayenne I want to release, and also a hot baby bell pepper in there.
Ooh.
So yeah, if you like your peppers hot, I've got some. I've done a lot of other things over the years. I'm focused on tomatoes now to try and get varieties out. But I've grown everything literally from soup to nuts here at State, and done ornamental trials for the University of Minnesota. I've done trials with Cornell, Ohio State, etc. So we've done it all. Looks like you got a question.
So our first question actually just came in. Montcalm Elementary wanted to ask us where the college is, which is probably really good information.
That's a good question, and then we'll hear more about that in our next stop. But we are located in Institute, West Virginia.
Yep. Well, we'll go ahead and move on. If like I said, classes, if you have any questions as we go through, just kind of put it in the chat feature.
Oh,
Well, before we move on, I have one more question. Miss Pugh from DuPont Middle School asked us, what happens to the produce that you grow?
Dr. Lidl, can you answer that one? What happens to the produce that you grow?
Okay, so what happens to the produce? So a lot of it right now is getting used for data we're collecting. So we weigh it, we scan the outside of it, then we cut it open, and we scan the insides. And at that point, we have to throw it out in there. So anything left over from that, well, let's just say my group really likes tomatoes. And then I've got other groups that okay, I know the president's gonna get mad, but we bribe with tomatoes. So we get things done. We don't have that much extra. And unfortunately, because we don't have the safety protocols in place, we can't really donate it. So, and no, it's not used in the cafeteria on campus because we're not consistent enough to make it worthwhile for them or anyone else. Plus, they also have to take breeding lines, and not all of my breeding lines taste good. Trust me, because I taste them.
Thank you. All right. Well, Andrew, I think the next question will be best answered with our next two groups. So we'll move on. Next, we have Miss Tanisha Weaver. She is our Director of Admissions.
Hey, we're so glad you joined us this morning. Welcome to West Virginia State again. I am currently in the game room. As you can see, I have picked up some fellow gamers here, but we're in the game room where, of course, it's a hot spot for some of our students. I am Tanisha Weaver. I'm the Director of Admissions here. And basically, I'm looking to meet each and every one of you when you reach your senior year. So here for admissions is pretty much the face of West Virginia State. We love what we do. We have high energy, as you can see, and we interact with the students. Basically, what we look at when you come in is your 9th grade through your 12th grade year. Cumulative GPA of a 2.0 or higher. Scholarships usually start about 3.0 or higher, and we have Miss Jody Johnston up here. She'll give you some information about the scholarships. We are located. Somebody asked a question. You was taking care of me. You're taking away from my piece. But we are located about 10 minutes from downtown Charleston in Institute, West Virginia. We are an HBCU, a more diverse HBCU. As you can see, I have some diversity with me. So we are very family oriented. We love each and every one of you. I actually enjoy being able to create a relationship and serve you and your families as you come through. Not just wait for your senior year, but come on and come to the Office of Admissions, go to our website, fill out for a tour. We will be so happy to have you. And I have 3 of our students here, Yusef, Kiki, and Quadre, and they're going to give you 3 interesting facts about West Virginia State. Yusef?
The first thing is our classes is not that big. Like you can focus on the teacher whenever it says better.
Our next one is we have a new implemented track team with a brand new coach that is able to offer scholarship money for students who aren't on academic scholarships.
And Quadre.
And I think interesting fact is the business department, and the courses I liked the most was entrepreneurship.
So you see, we have a whole plethora of things that we have to offer here, and we cannot wait for you to be here to say with us, go State! So at this point, we're gonna go and I'm gonna shift you over to introduce some of the other students here on the campus.
Leon, if you have your students in the Davis Fine Arts Gallery and want to hop on and introduce yourself and the students that you have.
All right. How you guys doing today? My name is Leon Young Jr. I'm one of the admissions recruiters here at West Virginia State University.
I'm Tavares Eve. I'm one of the admission counselors as well.
All right, and we have one of our students here actually. Oh, and some other guests.
Hi, I'm Mediam Rawash, and I'm the SJ president this year, and I'm also a student here.
Hi, I'm Hannah White. I'm from POCA. I'm a business management major here at State.
I'm actually double majoring in bio-pre-med and psychology, but the end goal is to go to dental school.
One thing I like that State provides is the class sizes. I also like all of the resources that they have for students, that they're willing to work more one-on-one with all of their students just to make sure that everybody succeeds. If I could tell anything to my middle school self, it would just be to always stay open-minded and be willing to listen and learn to anything anybody has.
My favorite thing would have to be, like President Cage said, here everybody's a family. Everybody knows everybody, and I personally always go into Katie's office and just vent about my life. So that's something that you're not going to find at bigger schools. And something I would tell my middle school self is enjoy life, but don't take on too much at once.
Being as I was a student here myself for 5 years, one of the things that really sold me on being here was, like Hannah said, the kind of like the small classroom sizes, just being, able to talk to your teachers one-on-one and having them kind of be invested in you and wanting you to not only get better, but graduate college and be able to go on and get a job straight out of college. And one of the things that I would tell my middle school self is just make sure you do your homework, because I get it's going to be times where you're doing a lot between sports and trying to hang out with friends and everything like that, but the most important thing is just making sure that you get your homework done first, and then you can go have fun.
One thing I like to say, most being at West Virginia State University, that everybody here trying to make yourself feel like family and not out of place. Everybody here make you feel very safe and comfortable here. One thing I would tell my middle school self is enjoy the most of everything that comes to you, middle school, high school, and in college as well. Everything is a fun time when you get into those areas.
And Leon, can you introduce where you all are and what's going on in the exhibit?
Yeah, so right now we are in the Davis Fine Arts Gallery. I believe just yesterday, one of the local artists who actually graduated from the university put on a little bit of a display. So behind us we have some of her artwork. I believe the piece on the back wall she actually just sold while she was doing her art show, and all the other pieces are up for sale. But She was just giving a little bit of insight of herself and some background of the West Virginia history. As you know, this is kind of like a big industrial state, right? Having the coal mines. So that's kind of what she tried to incorporate into her work, and try to show it in different ways, different shapes, using different textures as well.
Great, thank you so much. We'll kind of pause there. I know that there are some other questions. Do you all have any questions for our students or our admissions staff?
Might take them just a minute to get to the computers and bring them in.
Katie, we have some more students here if you want them to kind of come in and introduce themselves as well.
Sure, absolutely. While we're waiting for questions, please, by all means.
I'm Oliver Wade, and we're in the Fine Arts, Davidson Fine Arts Building, right? And so we're at West Virginia State, and so it's a pretty fun school. Like, I've been here, I'm actually a high school student, taking the WVSU collaborative program, and it's pretty fun to like be in high school, but like, you know, still take college classes and, you know, walk around campus, get a feel for college before I actually get to college. And I've had a pretty fun time here meeting the people, you know, some of the classes, and the teachers, you know, professors, pretty good experiences, you know. It's really something that like you should take advantage of as like college before college, and if it's free. So yeah. Okay. If I was in middle school, if I went back in time and I told myself, if I was in middle school, I would probably tell myself to push myself harder, play more sports, because you're never going to get the chance, you know. Play music, because it's really hard to learn music when you get older. It'll really help you. To study, go to class, because at the end of the day, like, your grades matter more than just going to class and not doing anything. So, and make sure you talk with people, just get to know people, because you're at school, there's other people, so why not talk to them? So.
Thanks, Oliver. Leon, we did have a good question about, is there a music program? Do you want to speak on that?
The music, I'm actually taking guitar here at State, and I forget his name, but he's a really good teacher and instructor. Like, for the past month or two, I've been pretty good. So.
Well, great. Thank you, Oliver.
Welcome.
All right.
Yeah, just a little bit more about the music program here. We have some really cool degrees. We have music performance, we have music education. I believe there was maybe some maybe talks a little bit of trying to look more into getting like a music production type of degree, or trying to at least get more classes for that, and as well for music technology. As I said, I was a student here for 5 years, so that was, you know, I pretty much lived in this building for 5 years. You know, I took some lessons and just being able to do percussion things, because that was my role. I was a percussionist, so playing all the drums and the xylophones and the loud things that you guys like to play in the back of the classroom band, that was me. That's what I did, right? I don't know what attracted me towards that. It was just something that I was, you know, I've done for, you know, I was little, and as I grew up, I just kind of started to enjoy it a little bit more, and that's why I decided to study when I got to college.
Awesome. Our mascot is Stinger. So he should have been here today. I apologize that he is not, but we do have Stinger as the mascot. As far as I know, we do not have an interior design program. Tanisha, can you speak on if there's wrestling?
I don't think we have wrestling. We do not have wrestling, but that's something good to look at if you're asking about it. But no, the newest program right now, of course, with sports is track and field.
Great. Okay. Is there any other questions before we continue on our tour?
I saw someone ask something about e-games or esports. Did I say that?
Oh yeah, I missed it. Thank you. Yeah. Is there a class where you design games like esports?
Well, we don't have a class, but we do have a club. So that was one of the clubs that was created for our students because of the interest that we have in that. There is talks of actually bringing esports to the campus. I don't know how far we've gotten into that, but I do know there is a club with a sponsor that does exactly that. So
great.
Interesting.
And then cross country. I know track and field's new for next year.
We do have cross country as well.
Great. All right. Well, next we will move on with our virtual tour. Thank you, Tanisha, and to all the students and Leon. We appreciate it. Next, we will move on to Miss Hannah Payne.
Good morning, everybody. So I'm super excited that we have everybody on call here. I'm going to echo the fact that I would love for you all to be on campus right now, but it's fantastic that you're here virtually. And so my name's Hannah. I am the Assistant Director of Extension and the Director for Center for Advancement of STEM. And so essentially I help to coordinate a lot of different outreach programs. And so when I say outreach, that's something where we are going into the community and we're doing different types of activities. We also have a lot of things that are for middle school students during the summer here on campus. And so I wanted to talk about that really quick and then talk about a couple of other things. But so for example, I think I can share my screen here real quick. I'm going to show you the flyer and then I can also hopefully send this information to your teachers so you all can see it. So the first program here, can you all see this flyer?
Yes.
Good. Great. So we have, this is in late July. And so we have our Cyber Defenders Summer Camp. And so what this summer camp is going to do is it's going to actually allow students to learn about cybersecurity. This is a hands-on camp. So what that means is that you're actually going to sit down with a laptop and you are going to learn basically how to protect networks against cyber attacks. So any of you all who are super into esports, there's going to be a hackathon during this, right? And so you're really going to be able to get into a system and actually look at systems that people in cybersecurity use. And this is going to be a field that is just growing exponentially. We have a cybersecurity program here on the campus also. And so if you're interested in this, you take it, we can also pipeline you and let you learn more about scholarships that you can be covered to take these classes. Okay, so that is the first one. And then this is out of chronological order, but can you see the one here for the National Institute? You see that one too?
Hannah, I can only see the Cyber Defenders one.
All right, let me switch real quick so I can show you all the other one that we've got. All right, one here, share screen. Okay, this should be it. All right, can you see it now? Okay, wonderful. So, and then this one is going to actually be a 2-week camp that's in June. And so this is our National Summer Transportation Institute. And we actually have 2 sites for this. We have one in Kanawha County and we have one in Raleigh County. And so this one is open. The other one was open for rising 8th through 10th. And this one is open for 7th through 9th. And so with this one, you actually get, it's more like civil engineering, mechanical engineering. So it has this focus more on transportation. And so during this camp, what students will actually be able to do is they're going to build bridges. They're going to learn about robotics. They're going to learn about material science. So there's different things kind of across the board. They're also going to be able to take field trips down to the material science lab and to actually go to the New River Gorge Bridge and do a bridge walk. So they're going to learn all about different things that are actually in the industry. And the really cool thing about both of these summer camps is it has a focus on exposing students to careers in STEM, right? So there's different things there's a lot of different things that you can do. And so I'm going to stop share this, but I'm definitely going to make sure that your teachers have this information in case you all are interested. So you can definitely apply. These camps are free. Okay. And so if you're interested, you should definitely sign up. And the other thing too that I wanted to mention is that, so our students who graduate from West Virginia State University, they are very, very competitive. I work with a lot of students pretty closely, and I'm yet to work with a student who hasn't graduated and been able to find placement very easily with wherever that they want to go. And so whether it is med school, farm school, whether it is working in industry. So we have a lot of industry partners. The 1890 scholarship, we work with USDA, which is a government organization, and they love to take our students. Okay. So like West Virginia State is this small school that is really focused on wanting to see you all succeed. Like we genuinely want to see you succeed. That's a big deal to us. And so whoever is here is more than happy to help you. When we say family, like we mean that. We're not just saying it. I have 2 degrees from here, so I can speak from experience that we genuinely want to see you all succeed. And so if you all have like any questions or anything, we're always happy to answer that and to just make sure that you all feel welcome and just basically stay curious and find your passion. Like that's really the biggest thing that I can tell students is like, just be open-minded, because there's so many different things that you can explore and find out when you're so young. So there's just like, take all the opportunity to do all of the things.
Great. Well, thank you so much, Hannah. There are amazing opportunities for middle school students to hop in over summer. So I hope you guys take advantage of that. I'm going to reintroduce myself again. I'm Katie Bentley. I'm the Director of Academic Educational Outreach here at West Virginia State University, and I also teach in our business department. Today, I'm on the 3rd floor of Cole Complex. So Cole houses our nursing program, our communications program, and our business program. Behind me, you can see pretty much the heart of campus. So this grassy area is what we call the quad, perfect for picnics, for ultimate frisbee, for flag football. We actually just got some new posts, so you can now take a hammock out there and lay in the sun and just have a nice break in between class. And you can also see our other buildings. So directly behind me is Farrell Hall. That is actually where I typically am. That's where my office is, and that's where all of our administration is. To the right of me is Hill Hall. That is where our business faculty are, as well as our English faculty. And I just want to reiterate and ensure to you all that college can be accessible for anyone and everyone that wants it. I am over our early enrollment program here at West Virginia State University. And so what early enrollment is, it's the opportunity for high school students to earn college credit and high school credit at the same time. So you are working your way through high school, but you're also getting to earn college credit at the exact same time, which is pretty awesome. Our courses are at a heavily reduced rate at an average of $75 per course versus our on-campus courses, which can be on average around $1,000. So it's a huge savings, and you get the courses completed while you're in high school. The courses are taught by either West Virginia State University faculty members, or they're taught by your approved high school teachers. And through our early enrollment program, you can even get up to a year's worth of college courses completed before you even step foot on a college campus and graduate high school. So we are committed to making sure that you have opportunities for success, opportunities to jumpstart your college career, and to do that at a heavily reduced rate. We also make the commitment that if you take our early enrollment courses, we have tuition waiver opportunities for if you would come to state as a first-time freshman after graduation. So although I know you all are in middle school now and college might seem far away, the steps to college are not. So as soon as you enroll in high school and you want to get a jump start on your college career, you are able to do so. So it's an awesome program. The early enrollment is amazing, like I said, to get you all ahead of and completing your degree faster. So once again, college is accessible. And next you'll get to hear from Miss Jody Johnston. She is our Director of Financial Aid. So Miss Jody.
Before we move on to Jody, I'm sorry. I forgot one of the major events that's happening here on April 19th. It's our house, school, and open house. And we are inviting all middle schools as well in the state of West Virginia. So in the area where you see behind Katie is going to be under the big top. We are having a carnival that day. So we want to invite each and every one of you. Transportation is also provided on a first come, first served basis. But that day we want everybody here. We're having a cookout. We're having Dunkin' booth. I don't know if the president is still up here, but somebody's kind of suggested that he'd be in the Dunkin' booth. I don't know about that. But we have the Dunkin' booth. We have cotton candy. We have the petting zoo. I forgot. We're going to have the cameras and the llamas and everything here that day as well. So if Katie has your contact, I would definitely send you all, if you have not received it as of yet, I would definitely send you the link so you all can sign up. But we want everybody to come. It's from 10 to 2. Registration starts at 9, and we're just going to enjoy the day on the lawn. And make sure you have what you need and make sure you know every area that is offered here at West Virginia State. Thank you. Sorry, Jody.
That's okay. Again, as Katie mentioned, my name is Jody Johnston. I am the Director of Financial Aid and Scholarships here at West Virginia State University. I am currently in the financial aid office, and I'm surrounded by our financial aid counselors and our scholarship coordinator. And I really just want to focus on what the main goal of our office is, and that is to help each and every single student explore opportunities and ways to pay for college. So we work with students one-on-one to try to find scholarships and grants that each student would qualify for, so that they can have a little bit stress-free start to each semester that they attend. So when we look at scholarship opportunities, household size, household income, those are not always factors. A lot of scholarships are available for students who are the first one in their family to go to college. There are scholarships available if maybe your relatives went to that college before you. There are scholarships available for musicians and for artists and for athletes, for excelling academia. And of course, there's always scholarships available based on what major you choose, so what you want to study. So here on our campus, we do host workshops for students and their families to come to campus, where we can work with them to complete applications, answer questions, and go through the process with them on a one-on-one basis. So we would always encourage students in high school to go ahead and attend those workshops early on, so that you can see what the requirements are for specific scholarships. But overall, we just do our best to work with each student and each family to make sure that funding is provided, regardless of their ability to pay for college or not. We want to make sure that those fundings, sources are available, so that that burden of the financial expense is removed. So that's our office, and we do hope that you stop by under the rooftop?
Big top.
Big top, under the big top. Sorry, Tanisha. But we will be there loud and proud.
Thank you, Jody. Okay, Andrea, is there one last question?
Yeah, we have just one last stop for questions here before we jump off here. I wanted to ask all the students to name one positive quality that makes West Virginia State University unique that you've heard about today. Or you could even say, what was the most surprising thing you've learned about West Virginia State today? Because we have certainly learned a lot of surprising things. So if you would just either put those in the chat feature, or you can unmute yourselves and ask your questions directly. Personally, I was really surprised by the USDA partnership. It's always really interesting when you hear that these big federal government agencies are saying this particular school is very good and we want more of that. It's always interesting who they choose for that.
Yeah, it's an awesome opportunity for sure.
Montcalm and Miss Pugh's classroom say that they like that the sense of family, or that they're treated like family on your campus.
Absolutely.
And Ms. Kane's class says that they have a student that's surprised at the number of scholarships that you all have available as well.
Great. I would like to echo the sense of family. Like I said, I do teach a business course, and I love the one-on-one that I have with all of my students. I know all of them by name. I love when they stop in, and you'll have that with almost any instructor, any staff, any faculty member on campus. It's pretty open door. You can go in and talk with really anyone that you want, and that's a great opportunity here at State. Tanisha, I don't know if you would know this. I don't believe that there's a chess club, but I would be optimistic that somebody would want to start one.
Right, currently we don't, but we also encourage leadership. And one of the pieces of leadership is to say to student affairs, hey, I want to start a chess club. And we have to accommodate you. That's what family do. We accommodate each other.
Huff Consolidated asked, they said the students were very interested in the one-on-one help with scholarships. And just to kind of go off of that, I also wanted to ask how they would go about applying for transportation to the Big Top event.
I'll put my email in the chat. And if you want to email me, I'll work with Tanisha and let them, and we'll coordinate that way. So I will go ahead and pop my email in the chat right now.
And we'll make sure that teachers, you get this as well after the visit. And Ms. Kane's class also asked if they could give more information about the high school collaborative program.
Yes. Okay, so I want to make sure I spelled my email correctly. The collaborative program is a partnership that we have with Kanawha County Schools. So if you are in high school and you are a junior or a senior, you're eligible to apply for the collaborative program. And if you're a junior or senior in a Kanawha County school district or school, and those students actually report to our campus for their classes. So they don't actually go to the high school for any class. They take all of their courses here on campus, and it's free to the students. Kanawha County actually pays for their classes. The only expense would be if the students would choose to get a meal plan on campus.
Ms. Hughes at class asks again, is there a library and or a book club? And are there any drone programs on campus?
Oh.
I can speak to the drone program. We don't have like an official college level program, but with Extension, our agricultural and natural resources team, they actually do a lot of work with drones, and we do have student internships. So if drones are something that you'd be interested in learning about, we could definitely connect you with that.
And also going back to the chess question, I walked into the Office of Student Affairs, and they let me know that they recently hosted a chess tournament. So there could be some talks of having chess here on the campus.
Great. I do not believe that we have an archery team or club on campus. But once again, we really emphasize that if you want to start a club, by all means, let's do it.
And Ms. Campbell's class also asks if you all have a robotics club or program.
Tanisha, do you know if we do?
What happened to the basket weaving questions? How we get all of these robotics and drones? But no, we don't have robotics on the campus as of right now. But we're looking to expand. Definitely looking to expand, because I see you all are middle schoolers where your mind is going, so we have to keep up with the time. So
related to robotics, though, we do have a student club on campus that builds RockSat, which goes into space, right? So we have a student camp with our in our Hamblin. And so that's our natural sciences building, and students actually sit down and they learn how to wire and program those RockSats. So they're these little cubes that are literally capable to get sent into space, and they do get sent into space. So that is a collaboration with NASA. So that is a student club that we have here.
We do have a military program. Bill Casey is over that, and we can introduce you all to him if you would like. We can send his contact information by all means. And we do have a dance team.
And he will also have a stop at the high school day in the carnival. He has a stop on the carnival.
Is there anybody here who can speak to the nursing program? I know it says, is there any type of intern programs that are available for medical things? Because I know that we have a really phenomenal brand new nursing program that is, it's small class size, so it's very one-on-one. I think there's about 20 students who are in that program right now. And from what I've seen in the teaching labs, I mean, it is phenomenal in terms of like the interactions and the equipment that they have over there for training. And then if you're interested, for example, in, going to medical school or something, we have a lot of partnerships with WVU and with Marshall to where students can not only speak with like existing pre-med students, but they can also, if you follow on certain tracks, you have an easier time getting into those programs.
Absolutely. And one of the good things about our nursing program is that you can start and finish here. We have the program where you don't have to transfer to another school. And that's what a lot of students are looking for. Do I have to take pre-nursing here and then try to transfer and get into another program? No, you can take your entire degree program here on campus.
Thank you. We do not have a fashion design program. Tanisha, do we have a step team on campus? I know that the Greeks will do a step show.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. That's more the Greeks. Outside of the dancing jackettes, what are they? The jazzy jackettes. That's what they are. The jazzy jackettes. I know they are a dance group and they do incorporate stepping sometimes, but we don't have a specific step team. Again, leadership, we can start it.
Jody, I think we'll take this one last question because I think we're about out of time. But if you all have any further questions, please, my email is in the chat. We'll be happy to answer your questions or provide you with further information. Jody, this one just says, can you talk a little bit about the process of applying for specific scholarships?
So currently we try to make the scholarship process as simple as possible for our institutional scholarships. We do have one application that the student would need to complete. It's inside of a scholarship portal, and you answer your general questions and that it will auto match anything that you are eligible to receive based off of that one application. So you may meet the criteria for 10 scholarships, you may meet the criteria for 5 or 2, and then we reach out to you individually to let you know what scholarships you qualify for, what you would need to complete them. You're welcome to come to campus and meet with our scholarship coordinator, and she can work with you through the final steps to let you know if there is maybe there's community service involved in order to renew the scholarship. But we go through the ins and outs of each scholarship that you qualify for, and then you have the opportunity to accept or decline what has been offered or what seems like an opportunity you want to pursue. And the majority of our scholarships are renewable from year to year throughout your entire academic career at West Virginia State University. Some may only be valid for one academic year. Maybe it's a higher dollar scholarship. So there's a variety of scholarships, but we do try to maintain just the one application. We do have a couple individual scholarships, such as our 1890 scholarship, which is full ride scholarship. And then we also have the presidential scholarship, which is again a full ride scholarship that do require an additional scholarship application. And we do send emails out specifically to students that we know qualify for. And then of course, those are available on our website. And then we work with those students as well throughout the process of applying and submitting all of the documentation. So there is a wide variety. And then I know that the admissions office works with students regarding the Yellow Jacket Scholarship. And so they work based off of your high school GPA. And so it's important that you do focus in on your classes while you're in high school, because that can impact your eligibility for a Yellow Jacket scholarship. And of course, the athletic scholarships, those are going to be determined by our coaches for all of the athletic programs individually. So there are of a wide variety and hundreds of scholarships available to our students.
Thank you, Jody. Well, I just want to say thank you all so much for attending our virtual tour today. I hope you guys have learned something new about our university, and we hope that you will come to our high school and middle school under the Big Top Day. And if not, at least come tour our campus in person. We would love that. Otherwise, like I said, we really appreciate you all being here today, and we hope that you will come to state when you are able to. So thank you all again. Have a great rest of your day.
And thank you for guiding us on this tour. We appreciate it so much.
Thank y'all.